80 yards now to the flagstick. All right, Frank, we are all set to tee off here at the first. The opening hole, it's a drive off an old aircraft carrier to an island. Tell us a little bit about this opener.
We're going to need full flaps to get this ball up quickly, Rich. Green on the right side of the island, so a little bit of trim to the right. Just miss those palm trees, and you might just find the target.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt. Settles in over the putt. -1 in the early going. Now to the second hole, and Frank, I'd be happy to see something with just the normal amount of obstacles, say, a bunker, maybe a pond. Those would be rather benign compared to what we're seeing right here on this second hole.
Yeah, that's no love shack. That's a guard shack there on the right of the screen, just past that bridge. So this green well protected on that right side. Of course, water adorns this island green, and tons of local fauna around the green. This is one green you do not want to miss.
How about this? Birdies at 1 and 2. We could be in for something pretty special today.
A little bit of guesstimation required here. We'll radio in the yardage. 216 yards to the middle of the green, and you've got to carry the destroyer. So this has to come down from quite a bit of height. Wind a little off the left.
Needless to say, tough defense setup around this green.
Well protected.
Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder. Rich, with a lie like that in the rough, you're going to get too much grass between club face and ball. You're going to have to adjust for that and at least take a club or two more.
And he's made it onto the green now. With authority, count it as a par and 2 under. Frank surveying this hole. It appears as though your normal laser or rangefinder won't be good enough.
Well, we could always radio in the yardage there, but the radio tower, personally, I prefer sonar.
That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. Well done. Another birdie, and now 3 under par. Frank, you and I have called golf from around the world. Places like, well, the hot air balloon in the Grand Canyon comes to mind. This has been a rather unusual spot as well.
It is. I thought we'd be safe up here in the observation tower, Rich, but I don't know, with that boat coming in, or should I say the destroyer, I don't exactly feel safe right now. But we'll batten down the hatches as we watch the tee shot at the 5th.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Putting a good round together now at 4 under. Up to the 6th tee, Frank, and we're back against that destroyer. You need to take it over that small island.
Yeah, this is a little village too, and remember the double greens at St. Andrews? Well, this is a split double green. It's shared in amongst the village. Green on the right, very, very small. So this a very lengthy par 3. It's going to be a case of really ready aim driver for some.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Frank, it hit the green, but just didn't have enough backspin.
Yeah, you wonder what he was thinking on that.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That is a solid par putt. Frank, looking at this hole, the player is going to need a detailed map from high above, maybe from the bomber squadron flying overhead, just to get a sense of what they're trying to navigate.
You can always go up in one of those two lookout towers, just check the direction of the wind, see which way it's coming from, but not an overly long par 3.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Really playing some beautiful golf. That's a 5th birdie today. Now to the 8th hole, Frank, you really just need to follow the trail down to the green here at Paracel Storm.
Barracks are probably the biggest problem in front of you. They're just short and left of this par 3 green. For the very observant, though, they'll notice a little one-on-one, perhaps a little basketball court just along the left side.
A little 3-point shooting contest? You and I later on?
This is a par 3.
That is classy.
They had a chance of going in. Second shot.
Really has it going now. Consecutive birdies. Rounding out this front 9 mission here, the 9th hole. Shot over the building.
I need to be careful. The front left of the screen is guarded by a tower, and anything right, you'll be ducking for cover in the trenches.
Been a real battle out here today. Just need to keep it all together. Chance to close out the front side here with a birdie. Let's see if he can make it 3 in a row.
He can't be that good.
Starting to fill it up now. 2 birdies in a row and 7 under for the championship. Start of the back 9 mission. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Novelo. Frank, tell us a little bit about the 10th. Getting set from 145 yards away. Frank, he's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy, but on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Just a beautiful approach shot. Shouldn't be a problem here. Now 8 under on the day. The 11th hole is a short one here at Paracel Storm. Frank, a pretty good-looking little hole.
125, one of the shortest on the golf course. You tee off just out there by the coast and then head it over the seawall. So really it shouldn't be that much of a problem for the players playing here. If you're worrying about the wind, there's 2 weather vanes down there, so it's easy to look up and get an accurate indication of which way it's blowing today.
Frank, I think that went in.
It's a what? It's a hole-in-one.
He made an ace. That is unbelievable.
Rich, this hole really should be called Shipwreck, that little lone island sitting out there, protected by the boulders in front, and, well, just enough room, really, for this green and the tee for the next hole.
241 yards, Frank. This island green makes 17 at TPC Sawgrass look like putt-putt. Early part of this second 9 and a good approach shot, and now pretty good chance for birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Wow, that hurt.
It did. Shot gone forever.
Trying to grind out a par here. Needs it. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Here we are now at the 13th, and Frank, this is a stout-looking hole.
Rich, it certainly is. No time to be superstitious on number 13. The trenches, they protect the back and the right of this green. Anything left of that, time to call them the Navy.
Well, that's how you play the game right there. Knock it on the green and give yourself a good look at birdie.
Really. This is an awkward length.
Sinks it!
Unbelievable.
Frank, here at the 14th, not a long hole, but not a big green either.
It almost lulls you into that false sense of security. You just see the green, it stands up like an old sand dune. The beach around doesn't seem to be that problematic. A few trees behind, really, they just give you a nice line. But beware of what looks straightforward.
Looks sort of like a deserted island, Frank. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
That shot falls for a birdie. Now to the 15th hole. Danger in the center of the green here, Frank.
Yeah, chance to ambush the player, really. All those trees, you never know what's going to jump out of there. And, well, we've seen the 6th hole at Riviera with the bunker in the middle. We now have a crop of trees.
This is a good-looking shot. So off the tee here at the par 3, not his best stuff, but still a chance to make the 3.
Yeah, that was a poor miss off the tee. See if he can redeem himself.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Just an unbelievable round thus far, and 12 under on the day. Just take a look out at the battleships burning, the solar panels, bridges, the barracks. You know you're not at your dad's country club anymore.
Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Frank, what's the best way to get at the golf ball when it's sitting down just a bit in the rough?
You have to accept the fact, first and foremost, that you're not going to get clean contact. So you have to decide whether the ball's going to come out short or it's going to fly. Because very rarely will it come out the normal distance of what you hit on the fairway. So if it's a little thin and wispy, chances are it might fly. If it's nestled down, you're going to have to take at least another club.
And getting ready for the putt. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the 17th hole, and as we come to the end of this round, you salute the players because they're out there carrying not only their golf clubs, but the med kits and the meal packs, because this is no ordinary golf course. You have to be on alert, high guard all the time.
Surely not.
Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
It's no snack, though.
So close.
And yet it still counts for another shot.
Just a couple of feet. Good work right there. He'll settle for par. Frank, the job is almost complete here at the 18th hole, and a good job at that, as we have seen some spectacular golf here at Paracel Storm in the South China Sea.
Just one more battle ahead. The difficult 18th. Should they succeed, then I think they're worthy of a salute.
Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Knocking down all the shots today, now at 13 under. Frank, you have to like what you saw out there today.
I certainly did. Swing is